Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike at Fit Life. So we did a thing. We're out here in Hayward, California, and we just picked up a new motor for one of our project cars. Let's go take a look. So there you have it. We just picked up a 4AGE motor for the Hachiroku. Really excited to get the SR5 converted to the GTS. And this is one step forward with that project. I'm pretty stoked. We got the motor from a really lovely family. Met the dad, his name is Joe. Thank you so much, Joe, for hooking us up with this motor. It's gonna be put to good use. And you can definitely see if we survive the swap or don't on Fitted Life. But anyways, Joe hooked us up. Pretty dope that he even hooked us up with the exhaust, and he hooked us up with just various parts. Also included was we also got the transmission, which is, man, thank you so much, Joe, for hooking us up with that. So it seems like we have everything to do the swap for the Hachiroku. So I'm excited to see that build progress and finally get the SR5 to the GTS level as we swap out the 4AC carbureted motor and go fuel injected. Who knows, maybe individual throttle bodies, or maybe tune, or maybe turbo, but we'll see. Who knows? One step at a time. And we just want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. So anyways, we're hauling this back home, and yeah, got another motor this weekend. What started off with the K has now exploded into the 4AGE. So anyways, I'll see you soon. Thanks. At Fit Life. Hope you had a happy new year. So today we're going to finish up the steering rack setup, get the coupler on, and thought the swap was going to be straightforward, but I am missing a few parts, so I am just waiting on a few items to come in the mail. Everyone's on holiday, so it's just going to be, yeah, just whenever the parts come in and then we'll get to it. But anyways, hopefully we can get our steering intact. Get the coupler on. I'm just gonna line it up, get the steering wheel on so we can make sure that it's dead center. So let's get to it. Also for reference, this is the part number for the steering coupler. It's called Joint Assembly Steering 48080-62J11. And if you want to complete the resto set, you can also purchase the bolts. There's 2 bolts that go into the coupler, and I'll link that in the description down below. And for just a nice visual, here's the steering coupler, and then the 2 bolts that I showed you beforehand, they go right here and then right there. So I'll get this on the steering column. So after extensive YouTube research, figure out my center for the steering rack. So I designed a little tool out of cardboard. Check it out. And what that is a little dial that shows you how many turns. So it goes from 0 to 1. Also indicates half turn, quarter turn, and then all the way down to an 1/8 turn. So what we'll do is we'll put this on the steering rack. Oh, right there. right here. And then I'll just align it up. So you can put it right there on the steering rack. And you can kind of adjust it wherever you want. And that. I'll just leave it up where the dial is. So I came up with this. So for the 240SX full lock, I came out to 3 and 1/16" turns. So that's revolutions, and then also divide that in half. Then I got the center point, which is 1.5 plus a 32nd turn. So what we're gonna do now, since the steering rack is centered, I'm gonna lower the car, lock it in place because I got the wheels on, and then I'll be for sure that the steering rack is centered. And then we'll work on the steering wheel side. Same concept, but this time we're probably gonna use a level, a little bubble level, and then I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so that was a fail. Forgot. Well, the 240, as you can see, is parked in the driveway, but it is slanted. So this will have to be modified a bit. We'll make it work, but we just got to make sure that it's leveled from the inside and outside, something like that. So I got the coupler on, the lower joint on. So it needs to go up. So this can fit over here, and then it will go down, and then you have to roll this down again. But it was already hard in the first place to get it onto this steering column shaft. So what I did was set up on the bottom, and then I hammered from this part right here, just with a mallet, and it's good to go. So let's go ahead and make sure that the steering is straight, and then we'll lower this joint down here. So the lower joint for the steering shaft column is now installed. Now I just got to put the bolts on, and I got them right over there. There's 2 bolts, and then we're going to also hit it with this. You can use any type of fastener lube just to make sure that everything is good to go and safe. Hey guys, just wrapping up tonight. So I got everything accomplished that I needed to do today. So I got the lower joint installed on the steering shaft. With the limited amount of time I had, I also wrapped up the front tension rods. I got those torqued down, so those are good to go, but I do need to check the surrounding area, make sure everything is torqued down, so I'm 100% confident that the suspension is ready to go. But I think the next thing to do is, after that's done, I do have some follow-up work on the KA, such as the exhaust manifold that I like to switch over so I can run a full S14 setup. And I found my downpipe with the catalytic converter, so that was pretty cool, the front cat. So I'm good on that part. I did manage to get into the S14 for the first time in a long time, and it was very nostalgic. When I opened the door, I just had that whiff of that Nissan interior. I was like, wow, it reminded me of high school. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. But yeah, thankfully it wasn't too bad. There was some spider webs here and there, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Hopefully there's no other surprises, nothing else got into the car. I definitely need to plan on cleaning up the whole interior, do a full detail, So if I do find anything, it's probably going to be during that time frame. That's on the list. I also noticed something weird on the dash, and I think it's just because of age and heat, that the pores were actually excreting like an oil, something like that. And when I wiped over, it was a little sticky. So I'm pretty sure our cleaner, the interior cleaners, will take care of that and make sure it gets that residue off. So anyways, also if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for the initial support. For those of you who've already subscribed to the channel, it was pretty awesome to see the feedback on the first 2 episodes that was dropped on January 1st. Also, thank you so much for everyone who purchased merchandise on day 1. It means a lot to me. Anyways, just want to say thank again. And like I said, we're just going to keep on doing what we do. Just keep it fresh, keep it relaxed, and also nothing too serious. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.